If anyone tells you, hair transplantation is a painless process, nammaddu. Don't ever believe. Pain nahi hota hai while the transplantation is being done, but the anesthesia time and also post-operation pain hota hai. You have to convince yourself whether the trade-off of having that pain for a month or maybe a week at least, and also during the operation, whether it is worth it for you or not. समझ गया? Now let's go into the video. What is up, my strange people? This is Shang. Welcome back to the channel. ये फैशन हॉल वीडियो नहीं है, फैशन हॉल का दो अलान स्टाइलिंग वीडियो का दो. This video is all about the hair transplantation. In case if you are not a subscriber and ended up here, I am doing this video just as per my audience request and also to share my experience on my hair transplantation journey. Clear with that? And also this is not a sponsored video. This is gonna be a long video. I wanted to be as informative as possible, the detailed each and everything. The step number 1, ask yourself, what is the reason you want to get a hair transplantation done? What are the options you have? And is this the right time or not? For me, the reason is obvious. Genetic problem है. मेरा family लो baldness होती. We do have in our family. So hair loss is there, and that is the obvious reason I went with the hair transplantation. Why now? And why hair transplantation? Yes, there are multiple processes or multiple options for the hair transplantation. One I considered would be the hair patch. And I do have almost like 70% of my hair, so hair patch is not a feasible option. The other option is the hair weave, so a particular patch would be attached or to weave to the existing hair. I felt that is cumbersome and that is very hard to maintain, and it will not give the natural look, and the only option I just have is hair transplantation. Not the PRPs, other options you do have, just to those are the stopgap solutions. Those will not be the permanent solutions, just like a hair transplant. So the obvious option among that would be hair transplantation for me. And why right now? In the hindsight, 1.5 years before would be better, but it's never late. I thought that this is the right time because I'm a fashion influencer. I do multiple shoots for the brands as well on Instagram. So from the aesthetic purpose, from the look purpose, I would need, and also it helps in the confidence part as well. I would not say dramatically, but it generally helps. थोड़ा सा help करता है. In case if any of these reasons gels well with you, you can just take a call. For me, if it is for a fully clean shaven look, I'm actually comfortable with that. But I will not lie, I'm happy with the current look. It's been 5 months since I had my hair transplant. I thought that this is the right time to share the proper results, post-operative results. This is the right time for you, I thought. That's why I'm just doing this video. This is the step number 1, so ask yourself. And if you get the answer, now you have to go to the step number 2, which would be the research. Yes, this is the most important step of all. Because in case if you don't do your research well, फालतू videos है YouTube में, which people just do it for money, but it will affect your health and also it will affect your confidence even more. Hair नहीं है, at that time only confidence थोड़ा सा down होता है, and on top of that hair transplant fail हो गया तो, or if you ended up in a bad clinic which gives you bad hair transplant, your confidence will be affected even more. That's something you need to consider. So research is the most important step of all, and there is no one right way or wrong way. मैं वीडियोस भी वॉच करती है, చాలా వీడియోస్ చూసా యూట్యూబ్లో. దేర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ పేడ్ వీడియోస్. లైక్ డోంట్ గో జస్ట్ విత్ ద వీడియోస్ విచ్ ఆర్ సీయింగ్ ఆన్ యూట్యూబ్. డోంట్ టేక్ ఎనీవన్ సజెషన్స్ అండ్ గో ఇట్ బ్లైండ్లీ. ఈవెన్ దిస్ వీడియో యాజ్ వెల్, డోంట్ టేక్ మై సజెషన్, గో బ్లైండ్లీ. మేక్ షూర్ దట్ యూ డూ యువర్ రిసర్చ్, గో టు ద clinics, just jot it down, the list of clinics you have in your place. I'm staying in Hyderabad. There are multiple number of clinics. I almost visited like 15 to 16 clinics I visited. So couple of things you have to notice when you go to the clinic. Few things you will not get to know, means in terms of the skill that you can get to know with the type of the ambience they have and how much professional and how much knowledgeable the doctor when you are actually going for the pre-consultation. So go for a pre-consultation each and every clinic. Most often than not, majority of the clinics offer you for free because they can loot you anyway later part of the surgery, right? So they are gonna give it this particular part for free. So take that opportunity, go for multiple clinics. So few things you have to observe. One, have a pre-consultation, check the hair density. Based on your hair density, what is the hairline you want, communicate at that time only with the doctor very clearly. And ask them to show the samples, previous works which they did. Obviously, they are going to show the best options only. No one is going to show the bad options. So, best options, कितना अच्छा लग रहा है? How good are those best options? If the best options only, the options they are like showing is like average, obviously they're going to show the better options, right? Don't opt for that clinic. And also in terms of the hairline you want, they are going to draw. So what exactly the hairline? Don't go with what exactly they are suggesting you to, because hamara hair hai, hamara hairstyle. In case if you're opting for a process, let them know that this is the hairline, this is the look I want to, this is the hairstyle I would want from this side to this side, or maybe I would want my look to be this way based on your face shape and everything. Just tell them very clearly, possible hota hai, nahi hota hai. And also observe that whether the doctor is like skillful in terms of their knowledge, like what is the process. Ask them each and every naive doubt you have and compare them with the clinics, with what doctors told in the previous clinic and with this clinic. And also the next best thing you need to ask is the price per graft. In general, the market price is somewhere around 20 rupees to 50 rupees. It depends on multiple factors. It depends on the doctors, the skill of that particular doctors who is performing the transplantation, and also like how much brand value that clinic have. And also sometimes it could be random as well. They would tell you how much ever they want to. So here the sweet spot is somewhere around 30 to 40 rupees, I would say. Don't go with that clinics which offer you like 10 rupees or 5 rupees or 15 rupees or 20 rupees. Maximum transplantations fail hota hai because the doctors, the persons who would be doing the transplantation, they may not be that skilled in general. Sometimes you might get lucky as well. So do that, do your work. If there is any clinic which tells you 90 rupees, and everywhere bargaining hota hai, everywhere you can bargain, there would be a scope for bargain. So always bargain. What is your range? Let them know. If they're telling 90, don't be generous. Don't be thinking that, arey 90 bol diya, they told 90. We will settle for 45 or 50. If we ask like 20, 30, acha nahi hota hai. If you have your budget set for 30 rupees per graft, ask that only. It should be fine. If some clinic is telling you 90 rupees and they came for 30, immediately walk out of that clinic. Immediately. Because those are not trustworthy clinics, because their main motive is to loot people just based on your emotions, based on your desperation to get your previous look back. So as simple as that. So this is something you need to look after, and the skill I covered. These are the something like I looked after in the clinic, and also the staff and how well they receive and everything, that tells you some or other thing. And the other thing which I did, because whenever you go to some clinic, there would be some patients waiting outside, and there would be some of them who were already undergone transplantation and came for the normal clinic visit or maybe consultation, post-operation consultation. So just get their number and talk to them personally. There you will get the best answers in terms of the clinic and also the price quotation as well. So these are the things you need to research. And I did like research and went to multiple clinics and ended up with this clinic called New Roots. Again, as I mentioned, it's not a sponsored videos. You can opt for any of the clinics, but I went to this clinic, the New Roots, because I felt that I asked multiple number of questions, and the hair density I have, and also the number of grafts, I wanted somewhere around 3000 to 4000 grafts, because the frontal area I'm losing the hair, and also slightly at the crown area. So they suggested me 4000 grafts, and I was told somewhere at a price point of 50 rupees per graft. I don't remember exactly, but somewhere at 50 rupees, but I bargained, and finally I landed up somewhere around 33 or 34 per graft, and I opted for 4000 grafts, 2500 at the frontal area, and then at the center portion scattered somewhere 800, and then remaining at the crown area. So I opted for the clinic. I thought that let's hope the best and just give it a try. Among the clinics which I visited, there might be better clinics as well. Among the clinics I visited, I felt that this might be the right thing to go, but still I have my doubts inside that whether the process would be successful or not, and how much we can trust these people, because everyone is gonna say that we are gonna do the best. I contacted one person there, means like who came for the consultation, and after that I got some assurance that okay, I can go forward. So now comes the step number 3, which would be the consultation and treatment. I would actually divide this into 3 categories. One would be the pre-treatment and on the time of the treatment, which is the step number 2 again, and then the third option, post-treatment. For the pre-treatment, it's all about the pre-consultation. So you can consult the doctor, ask the questions, tell them that what is the hairline you are looking forward to, and on top of that, tell them that these are the number of grafts I have in my mind. Would that hairline be possible with that number of grafts? And because you already spoke last time on terms of the money per graft, you have a fair idea. And on top of that, consider that this may not be the only one hair transplant you need. I think that I did that mistake slightly, to be very honest, because I opted for 4,000 grafts. In the hindsight, if I think right now, I would have opted for 3,000 grafts, because with time, because we have the genetic problem, the other portions, the center portion here, which I haven't transplanted, which is good right now, I might lose that in the future in the next 3 years or 4 years, and I might need a hair in the donor area. Because I went for 4,000 grafts, there would be considerable amount of light or bald spots here in the donor area. That's something I think I wish I would have known beforehand from some of the influencers, but no one talks about these things. That's a small mistake I did. For you, just don't do that. If you have just frontal receding hairline, opt for 2,500 to 3,000 grafts. No need for the 4,000. I want that high density look on the front side, so I went for that. But the sweet spot would be 2,500 to 3,000. So just talk with the doctor and convey and communicate whatever you have in your mind in terms of the hairline, and fix a date. And make sure that whatever date you're opting for, next 1 week you don't have anything major in your life. Be it in terms of going outside or for vacations or for office works or maybe colleges, whatever it could be. No major event for next 1 week. I will tell you why in the later stages. But these are the things you need to consider, and also just talk very clearly about post-operation, what they can include in the package as well. Because for me, PRP is included. I will talk about the PRP later. PRP I haven't opted for, even though it's included in my package. I'm scared thoda sa for the PRP. Weird kada. Treatment change చేసుకున్నారు, మెయిన్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ PRP చేసుకోలేదు. But something that we can talk later. But all these things, medicines, how much medicines would cost you, each and everything, inquire in the pre-consultation. Who would be performing the surgery and what time would be the surgery and how long it would take in that particular clinic. Are there any other patients ongoing parallelly that would actually increase the time for you as well? So just talk all those things in the pre-consultation. And now comes the treatment phase. 12th of June, my hair transplantation surgery is there. So I went there at 9 o'clock. So I was suggested to take normal head bath. After going to the clinic, the first and foremost thing, the doctor, like whoever is performing your surgery, they would visit and they asked me to again just draw on the hairline. They would draw the hairline for you. Obviously, it's our responsibility to tell them that, okay, generally the easiest thing for them to draw it backwards. So what I did was, if you can see here clearly, I had this hairline and then I had this light hair here as well. This I don't have before. So this I opted for, and the same goes this side as well. So this temple areas also, the front temple areas, I opted because that gives that overall look. Generally, most of the clinics, they go just like this, which gives that clear hair transplanted look, which will not look natural. Right now they have this technology, they can just place the hair that way so that it looks natural as well. Only professional or skilled doctors will be able to do that. So in case if any clinic guys tell you that it's not possible, opt out of that clinic. So just I made sure that the temple areas and also these areas, like we can just make sure that they redraw and everything is perfect. Because if you do mistake at that point of time in terms of the drawing, you are done. Your hair will be placed accordingly only. So like take your own time, do that, and then your head will be trimmed completely clean shaven with the trimmer, and they will give you the surgery gown. I don't have pictures and videos for each and everything. I gave a testimony for that particular clinic at that point of time because I'm an influencer. Just they asked me and I did that. I don't have much of footage to show to you guys, but I have the photos and everything which I clicked with that clean shaven look, and also few with hair transplantation. I close my eyes because I don't want to just look at my head full of blood. Full मतलब full नहीं है, थोड़ा सा blood तो होता है. It would be scary. So I opted not to look at during the point of time while the surgery is happening. Obviously, you will not be able to look on the backside of your head anyway. But in general, that's what. And then there will be two steps when it comes to the hair transplantation surgery. One would be the extraction and second would be the implantation or plantation, whatever it could be. So the technique here, it's simple. It's right now, it's all about the FUE technique. In the previous years when the technology was not developed, they would take a particular strip of the hair and then they extract it. That would leave a scar. If you see for few of the celebrities or few of the people who did the transplantation before, they would have the scars, one single scar, which will be like very obvious that someone took the hair and get that hair transplanted. And it's fine also if it is obvious, I don't care, but in general I'm saying that. But right now the technology has developed where they would take at multiple areas, they would extract the hair. So first process is extraction. Based on the number of grafts, the duration for each and every step would vary. So for the extraction, it took me almost 3 hours, 3 to 3.5 hours, because mine, as I mentioned, it's 4,000 grafts. So it took a good amount of time, and you have to obviously lie down your head, and it's a painful process. To start with, here the first pain point would be the injections, anesthesia. Yes, the process is painless while the surgery is being done. It's not painless. Pain hota hai, you will not feel because you would be given anesthesia. So for the anesthesia, here the front side 12 injections, the back side 12 injections, इतना torturous होता है those injections, इतना painful, अंत pain నాకు ఇప్పటిదాకా జీవితంలో అయితే ఇప్పుడు feel అవ్వలేదు. That much pain I never felt in my life. So obviously that would be there, front side and back side. That's something you need to consider for sure, because that 10 minutes of unbearable pain, you have to take it, otherwise your surgery would not be possible. So obviously that's given to me. And then they start extracting the hair. They would be drilling, extracting, all the process you can hear, but don't ever try to look what's happening because it would be scary. There would be blood just flowing like here and there, so it would be scary. Just don't look at it. So once the extraction is done, next the important step and the main step, but I feel that the important step is actually extraction. Extraction happens at the donor area, right? So whatever is your backside area, this area, you need to have a healthy donor area in order for your hair transplant to be actually successful. When you go for the pre-consultation, they are gonna check your donor area and tell you the thickness and also the probability of actually having the surgery with those many number of grafts you are expecting. So that's one thing which will be conveyed. So main donor area and the extraction would be done, and then so depending on each and every graft, the 2 and 3 follicles combined, they would see that, like, they would keep at the areas where their bald spots are there, and the front area where they want to actually have that natural look, the singular grafts will be placed. So the doctors would take care of that in terms of the look, in terms of the hairline. So what are the type of grafts need to be placed on the front, on the side, and the angular placement of that, so that it will look natural in terms of the hair flow and to whatever the hairline you have chosen for. Everything would be taken care. At that point of time, they would just place it in an order they wanted to transplant. And then comes the second thing, which would take easily 5 hours to the bare minimum, because I opted for 4,000 grafts, and yes, the patience you will lose. I lost at some point of time almost at 3.5 hours, because the back would be aching, and also the complete body, the head, the neck, and the head would be heavy and numb. And seeing that particular process, drilling and all these things happening for umpteen number of times, you generally tend to lose patience. I lost, and at the end, almost like when there are 100-150 grafts, I was like, మీకు చూడు, మీకు దండం పెడతాను, నన్ను వదిలేయండి, ఆ 100-150 వేస్ట్ అయిపోయినా పర్లేదు, నన్ను వదిలేయండి, నా వల్ల అయితే కాదు ఇంకా అనే ఫీలింగ్ వచ్చేసింది అనమాట. లాస్ట్ 30-40 వదిలేసినట్టు కూడా ఉన్నాను, బట్ ఐ పుష్డ్ మై సెల్ఫ్ టిల్ ద వెరీ ఎండ్, అండ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ 3,950 or 940, I think it's done for me. And almost I went at 11 o'clock in the morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, and I came back by 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the evening. వచ్చేటప్పుడు బాగా బిర్యానీ తీసుకుని వచ్చారనుకో, అది వేరే విషయం. So these are few things you need to tell yourself before the surgery as well. Of course, time throughout the day, and you need one more person to accompany you, so that you will feel good, and also there is someone to take care of you. Fortunately, I have my dad here accompanying me, and I would not have asked for a better company. So like and also food is something you have to arrange yourself. I think his name is Nilesh and Anusha, I think so. The ones at the clinic, they were actually kind enough to ask me that what I would be having for lunch, and they ordered that for me. I didn't enjoy much of the taste at that point of time. Like when the surgery is going on, once the extraction is done, you would be given the lunch or snacks or whatever it is at that point of time, depending on when your process has been started. So that's when it is done. So once it is done, they will just wrap that particular portion on your head, particularly the donor area. They will not wrap this area where the hair is transplanted. Donor area is important because donor area is where they actually drill and just take your hair. That's the most painful area, and that's the area you need to protect for the next few months. And that's the area where you will never get your hair back wherever it is taken. It's as clear. And tell you to just sleep sideways so that this area should not touch directly, but sideways also, because the hair would be removed here. It would be painful still on the very first day as well. So it would be wrapped and you will not feel much. Your head would feel heavy by end of the day, and you would feel that even more the very next day. And after that, it's same. You will be asked to come to the clinic the very next day to make sure that your wrap will be removed. Next day they are going to remove the area and just clean that area. After that, you need to apply the ointment. The medications will be given to you. You have to just make sure that you spray this saline water on the transplanted area, because you can't wash your head for the next 1 week. So you have to make sure that every 2 hours splash the water, make sure it's clean. And then all the backside, morning once and evening once, you have to clean it with the solution, betadine solution, and also apply the ointment that has been given. This need to be done at least like 10-15 days at least for sure, until the wounds, it almost appear like a wounds only. Just don't try to again click selfies or the backside selfies and try to look at it. It would be scary, so don't try to do that. But it would heal somewhere around 15 to 20 days. Now we will talk about the pain points again in this phase. First 1 week, stars dikhta hai. Chala pain untadi. If anyone says that it's painless, don't believe. That's what I'm saying. First 1 week, it will be like real pain. You would not be able to sleep properly, and also there would be swelling for sure. And the clinic people actually gave a plaster or something, tape, something kind of that, where it need to be applied on from the very second day here. So that would actually stop the swelling here only, and that swelling, basically the anesthesia liquid, what the liquid they have used for the anesthesia, that needs to find a way to go outside of your body. So from here it drops down. In case if there is no tape here, this comes here and it stays for a prolonged period of time, and it would affect your look completely also. So make sure that you get that tape here so that it gets drained down from this side and it would leave from your body. So it gets eliminated. So don't worry about that. It would be there for the first, second, third, fourth and fifth day, if I am not wrong. So yeah, for me it's like 3 days it's there. That's something. Pain number 1 and pain number 2 is this one. You would not be able to sleep properly for the first 1 week, and even after that, after 1 week, you have to go to the clinic. At least I had to go to the clinic, and then this area, the transplanted area where the transplantation has been done, they are gonna do that wash and everything. And also on the backside, when they are actually removing that strap and cleaning for the first time this particular donor area, इतना पेन होता है when they are cleaning for the first time, because on the day of the treatment anesthesia होता है, you will not feel all these things, but on the next day you will feel this. And for the next 30 days I felt the pain on the backside. I couldn't sleep on the backside lying down. I always used to sleep sideways, and sideways I need to be very careful because मेरे को temple area में either also the hair has been placed slightly, but obviously. And so medications, if possible, I will make sure that picture the instructions, medication that has been given by the clinic, if possible display karta hai, or else make sure that you reach out to me on Instagram. If possible, if I have that with me, I would help. But medications you need to take for the first 6 months at least, and also from the first 1 month complete hone ke baad anukunta minoxidil and everything, with the minoxidil steroid combination liquid you need to use, albeit the percentages are very low. So after 1 month I think so, I started that, and then the finasteride from almost 3rd month. PRPs, now we'll talk about the PRPs. मेरे को PRP देखने के only చూస్తేనే ఎంత భయం వేసిద్దంటే PRP ఇంకా చేయించుకుంటే నరకమే. I don't know, there may not be pain also, but देख के only डर गया. Yes, I went for the main surgery, transplantation surgery, but PRP I did not. But I felt that okay, I would continue the medications, I would take care of my health. So along with this medicines, like few things that are really important, one would be the sleep. Have enough sleep, drink water properly, and also make sure that you take your diet naturally. Walnuts, badam, fruits, and also good diet, of course, like hamara normal whatever you like you can have as well, but make sure that you also follow the good diet that helps you in your hair growth. So the first 1 month, first 15-20 days अच्छा लगता है in terms of like seeing your hair here and partially that trimmed वाला look होता है ना, बहुत अच्छा दिखता है, చాలా బాగుంటుంది. If you don't have hair before and if you have later, it gives that happiness and smile on your face. Even I'm just talking right now, the smile is coming naturally, right? So अच्छा लगता है, but it will not last for a long time, because that's where the shedding phase starts. Don't get panic at this point of time, even though we did to get panic, but at least try not to panic, because believe in yourself. And also in the clinic तो आपको पता नहीं है, वो आता नहीं है. At least believe in yourself that whatever it will happen, it happens for good. And just fingers crossed, the hair would come back. Just believe that way. So the पीछे on the back side where the hair would be taken, that spots would be like clearly visible, that where the hair is taken. Particularly मेरा 4000 grafts है ना, so obviously it would be like really visible, but visible only with that fully clean shaven look, or maybe that slightly trimmed look. After 1 month of hair, it would not be visible much. 1.5 month के बाद इतना visible नहीं होता है. But the hair on the front portions, or wherever the transplanted hairs, it tend to fall off. That is the shedding phase. And only at I think so 3.5 months may I would keep a 3 months look here, first, second, third month, because I generally have my pictures, right? I would keep the looks at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 months. In general, I don't have a detailed look like a back side, front side. ये sponsored videos नहीं है, ऐसा वाला video नहीं है ये. So whatever my normal pictures I click whenever I go outside, so I would keep that. You will get a normal idea, in general a fair idea. So like from the third month you will get, but properly na मेरे को 4.5 months से लग रहा है. 4.5 months నుంచి మనకు యాక్చువల్గా ఏదైతే మనకు లుక్ కావాలనుకున్నామో, ఏదైతే ట్రాన్స్ప్లాంటేషన్ జరిగిందో, ఇంచుమించు almost at 4.5 months you will start feeling that your hair is coming back to the actual shape where it has been transplanted. And I was told that it would take at least 6 to 8 months for the complete transplanted hair to come back, because right now also I can see few of the transplanted hair are like very small, because after the shedding phase they have to regrow, right? It's not like that all the hair would shed at one point of time and all the hair you will get immediately in one length. No. Few hairs they will shed later, few hairs they will shed earlier, and the length would vary. Few hairs they tend to take more time to grow back, and few of them they never come back also. So it varies. Right now I am at 5 months, 8 days or 9 days, right? So I'm recording this video I think on 20th, next day of the World Cup. I'm not sure that when you're watching this video, when I'm gonna release this video, but in general, yeah, it takes time. Maybe after 1.5 months or 2 months, I will get even more better results. So, but I didn't opt it for PRP, and I'm not sure whether I would opt in the future or not. Maybe I would opt also, maybe I would not. I forgot to tell something. Haircut I did somewhere around 2.5 months. The back side that has been trimmed. The front hair, it hasn't been trimmed till now. I wanted to do at 6 months. I want that to be considerable amount of length before I go for haircut, because the transplanted hair, it need to be handled very carefully. And also donor area, don't go super short, which I did the mistake at that 2.5 months. I went very short in terms of the trimming, and that's visible again. कुछ फर्क नहीं है, ये प्रॉब्लम लेदु, but still keep that in mind. So once I did a proper haircut, the results would look much better, because thoda sa uneven hai idhar udhar. The sides and back, because I did the haircut 2.5 months back, thoda sa better. Remaining area thoda sa uneven hai. And also I did hair bath. I haven't applied anything, no hair bags, no chemicals, no nothing on the hair. This is the natural one which you are looking at here. You guys can see. That's it. This is my total experience. So pain would be there, as I mentioned earlier. What this means to you, మీకు దీని నుంచి వచ్చేది ఏంటి? నాకు ఇప్పుడు వచ్చింది చూసారా, I got right, the smile on my face and the confidence thoda sa. So in case if this is something which makes you feel good, don't think about others' perception. Others' perception you should never think in life. If the other person doesn't feel good about you without hair, chances are there that he will not feel good about you even with hair also. So don't go with other perception. Other people are thinking that I don't have hair and they might be looking me in some or other way. For you, if it matters, if it helps you in some or other way, that could be anything. I'm not saying just about confidence, that could be anything. It helps your career, it helps you in personal way, it helps you in terms of the overall happiness you get. Go for it. But when you're going for any of the hair transplantation surgery, the chances are there that you might or may not get the proper results. The factors could be many. If you're going for a topmost clinic also, if your donor area is not good, or maybe the doctors, or maybe because of other conditions or other health underlying conditions, the process may fail. So just be prepared for that. Don't go with the 100% hopes that yes, my surgery, it's gonna be success. That may or may not happen. If it happens, I'm all happy for you guys. If it doesn't happen also, just believe in yourself. Always be happy with what you are. In case if it doesn't, you can give always another try, but always rethink, because pain is equal to your target. You have to go through that pain, and also not just the physical pain, and also the mental pain that you never know that whether it's going to be success or not. These are the factors you need to consider. This is my experience. And clinic name, as I mentioned earlier, in case if you guys want the address or something like that, phone number, I would just make sure that it is down below in the description. Again, it's not sponsored. You can go to any of the clinic you feel that is right for you, both for your budget and also in terms of the experience at this point of time, what you felt, that particular vibe in that clinic, and also the skill, knowledge of the doctor. Just go accordingly. This is not for that purpose. This is for the experience and what you should expect. Video detailed hai to don't forget to share this video to your friends who is looking for hair transplantation, and also don't forget to drop down a like, because this is not a usual video and no fashion influencer actually ये fun नहीं है. No actual fashion influencer wants to share their secrets. हाँ मैं hair transplantation कर दिया, like this is a drawback in me. This is like vulnerability, right? I am just open to share to you guys. That's the reason even I actually shared on Instagram as well. I'm open for it, because when you share your vulnerabilities, then actually you can rise to the positivity. So that's what I feel. Don't forget to like this video and also comment down below whether it's helpful for you or not, because few of you guys who I asked, don't forget to comment. Subscribe करना भी बाकी है ना, అది కూడా చేసేయండి. ఉంటా మరి నెక్స్ట్ వీడియోలో కలుద్దాం.